like, commented, or subscribed yet, make sure that you do it now or the moment that you actually feel compelled to would be amazing. It helps more of the information, more of the messages, and more of my content get out to the people that it needs to get to. So, infinite gratitude, love, and light for that, you guys. Now, I know you gotta just hold tough, hold tough. So, I noticed some of you guys were tuning into the last one. Okay, let me make sure you can hear me first of all. Okay, you can hear me. Perfect. So, um, the last one I was doing is actually I've been dealing with a lot of the reason why you guys haven't seen me all week is because first of all, honey had to earn some money. Second of all, I've been dealing with legalities. I've been dealing with court and legal issues all week. And so the last video that I did was actually like a minor affidavit because it has to go out to a bunch of people, and I'm sick of getting blocked on the calls, the messages, and everything else being hacked. So the only place that I have the ability to do that is live. So for all the people that were harassing on the live, hey guys, that was all the law officials that were watching and tuning and seeing everybody that was doing everything. So congratulations. I hope you got yourself a nice little cozy spot in jail for fucking with me. Anyways, guys, so this past week has been a lot of energy and a lot of bullshit I didn't really want to deal with. And then I'm just like, okay, do I deal with all of this? Do I keep going down these legal routes? Do I just do more of my readings? Do I just make more things that make me happy? Or do I go and just fuck off and get on this boat? Or do I take this beautiful offer? Like I've had some nice offers. Now let me explain something to you. Also, the reason why I was off for about I was off. Can you imagine all these people who pretend to show up here and be men and want to hit on me or ask whatever, and they can't even spare $5 for me to turn on my power? Crazy, right? So let me explain something to you guys real quick about what an actual real man. Because the thing is I didn't hate men. Actually, I'm very grateful because in all of my healing since my accident, it has been men, my male friends, who have been there for me. And these are actual male friends. These are actually guy friends. Now, am I saying that they wouldn't take the opportunity to potentially whatever with me? Maybe. I'm not sure. Um, but all of them have actually been extremely supportive over time, more than my family or anybody else. Now, let me explain something to you guys. What a real man actually is like. A real man would not let a woman starve, would not let her struggle, would not let her feel unsafe, would not let her go without basic human necessities or needs. Number one, right? Because that's man's job to provide safety and security. Number two, a real man. Let me just explain this because I think some of you guys don't know, and maybe you need to know. Maybe you need to be a little bit enlightened. A real man not only will send the money that you asked for, but then they'll follow it up with, are you okay though? Is that enough for you? Or is that just to pay your bill? Are you okay? And then I have to respond with, you know what? I never really got anything from anybody in my life. So I'm still not really sure how to ask for things or to receive sometimes if I haven't done the work myself. And I had to break down. I had to break down and be like, you know what? In an honest, actual voice note, I broke down and was like, you know what? No, actually, no, I'm not okay. And no, that's not enough, actually. I mean, that is enough. And I'm super grateful for anything that I receive. However, no, actually, it is just paying my bills. Actually, I could really use an extra like 25 or $50. And you know what the real man did? The real man sent another $100. Yeah. And then you know what also happened? How can I assist you? Is there a way that I can assist you in doing something? Do you need help to get out of where you are? Here's also a job I can refer you to. That's how real people help real people, not just lording something over, saying you owe somebody, not any of this. No. And the karmatic justice in it all was just fucking glorious. Can I just say glorious? Now, to all the other fake ass men out there that aren't providing safety, security, $5, $10, $100, like the fact that all these men that want to fuck, that want the attention, that want the energy, don't even have the ability to buy a fucking meal when someone's hungry or to pay a couple $100s for somebody's rent so they can be safe and secure for a month. Like if you can't provide safe space, if you can't provide food, if you can't provide anything, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Just asking. Just asking for myself and the collective and friends of friends or whoever. Like, huh? Y'all wonder why there's a fucking male loneliness epidemic, bitch, because you can't do anything because you want 50s woman etiquette, but you're on fucking 2020 child fucking etiquette. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, if the woman has to provide everything for herself, then what the fuck good is a man? Guess what? Like, I'm sorry, but like, women can get things. Women can get things. Like, if dick is all you have to offer, like, I'm sorry, they make those. They make those that don't go in other people, that don't lie, that don't create problems. Like, they make those. No problem. So, what else do you have to offer? Because suggestions don't work. Because I don't think anybody can offer a real suggestion unless they've actually lived the actual circumstance of what's actually going on. So then, with that being said, no further ado, let's get to the fucking cards, shall we? Just a little quick ones and twos. Just quick little ones and twos. So, dear universe, source creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, ancient deities, archangels, ascended masters, galactic federation of love, light, and all the other high vibrational beings that are here to help awaken and bring clear and concise and precise messages to the collective. Only the highest vibrational frequency and the highest possible timeline and outcome for all of those here. We thank thee for your protection and for your presence. We ask thee that any and all spirits, entities, or beings go blind, deaf, dumb, and incinerate, as they are not welcome in our space. We ask that any handlers, groomers, or any other haters, that any words or harm that is spoken towards or directed towards collectively or my collective will be transmuted into blessings and love and energy times 23. How about that? And that anybody that is sending any type of weird or dark spells or death magic or anything like that, that it returns to sender. So mote it be. Welcome. Oops, I got the other one out too. just had to do that. So what I was telling you in the last video is um, bells, chimes, bowls, anything like this disrupts any monitoring or attaching spirits. Okay, so it's good, very good to use those, not just with smoke. Now I did do I'll do some more. Actually, we'll do some Palo Santo. Um, I did some sage already and some dupa, but we'll do some Palo Santo. Which this is actually much easier to light on the stove, to be honest, you guys. You need like a better lighter than this. Or on a candle. Lighting it with a lighter is actually the most terrible way. Smoke clears the energy, clears the space, and also allows for the spirits and the ancestors to kind of come down and come in and hang out with us. Yeah, welcome. So welcome back to all of my returning subscribers, as I said before. And to any new people, welcome here. As something you may have or may not know, I'm Sophia, and this is Divinity Within Me, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. I am a psychic intuitive medium, and I don't know, like some type of like demonic exorcist, right? Like basically, I'm like about karmatic balance and like demonic removal or transmutation. I want to say some type of like exorcism, but I'm not really sure. More kind of like, yeah, kind of like exorcism, I guess, would be like the closest thing, right? Release the demons. So, yeah, many people have. So, we're going to talk about this, I guess. So, there's different types of entities. Now, there is monitoring spirits and attaching entities that can come. There is also demonic entities and beings that can come and they can attach themselves. Now, the thing is a lot of the monitoring spirits and stuff like this are coming through people and situations that we know, okay? Especially if they're close friends or lovers or anything like this. If they have any problems with addictions or they have any problems with, and I mean, this means everything, right? This means if you're addicted to video games, to porn, to substances, to if you like to drink every day, whatever, if there's something that you cannot go without and you are partaking in it consistently, then chances are, and you don't have control over it, you need it, you can't go days without it, then chances are you probably have a little bit of a possession of different types of spirits or entities. Okay, does it feel bad? It doesn't mean it's all bad. It means that actually what you need to do is you need to go ahead and identify what that is or where it's coming from. Who are the people that are picking you up? What or where you're picking them up from, right? Because they can attach. So if you're higher vibrational frequency, there will be a lot of people. This is why I've cut out so many people. Like people thought I was going, no, 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 no. All of you guys are fucking like addicts. All of you guys have some weird forms of addictions, and you're bringing these weird spirits, these weird entities that are trying to fucking body snatch and hop. And so, yeah, so I had to abandon ship and be like, you know what? I have to protect myself because other people like to partake in too much things, you know? And this is really what it breaks down to, you guys. Um, and so, yeah, we got to be aware. We got to be aware of these entities. Yeah, because a lot of them, for many of you guys, you may have had yeah, some type of lover or something in the past that was just really, okay. So Jezebel spirit, okay, with the Knight of Wands, okay. So this is fuckboy and Jezebel spirit, okay. So some of you guys probably had some type of lover, or maybe you've entertained multiple types of lovers, right? The Temperance in reverse and the King of Swords. Somebody made the decision. Now, whether it was you that made the decision to be with this lover or this lover that made decisions to be with yours, or whether they were lying or whether you're both lying, whatever that is. Okay. What this does is it allows for these other spirits to kind of hop, right? So they need something to feed off of. They have to feed off of fear. They have to feed off of what is it? Fear, fear, greed, gluttony, uh, whatever, like whatever all these. I should know. I do know them, but it's late. But whatever these commandments are, which is like adultery, right? So somebody that's already in a relationship that's participating outside the relationship, right? All of these things. These are all the types of things, right? Addictions, things that you can't live without, that you need, whether it's TV, whether it's media, whether it's pornography, it doesn't matter. Whether it's video games or whether it's the fucking food you eat every day because you have to eat the same chips every day or you have to smoke a fucking pack of cigarettes, whatever it is. If there is some type of addiction, if you all don't have control over your own vessel and what you're physically doing, like who does? Who? Who does? That's the real question. That's not love. That's not love. You're not giving yourself all the love. Someone else is out there doing the work. Okay. So if you're actually out there doing the work, you're gonna get that return. You're gonna get that return reward because you're not out here trying to sample every fucking thing. You're like, nah, I'm doing the work. I'm by myself. I'm doing the work. I'm spiritually attuned. I'm spiritually tuned in. I don't need all these other options. These are non-optional. It's non-optional for me to stay in my own fucking lane and do my own work. Okay? That's great. Somebody is going to stay in their own lane and do their own work. Okay. Now, for many of you guys, somebody has been doing a lot of work and is ready to come in and offer a cup of love, or somebody has been working towards offering this cup of love. Maybe they've spent a lot of time being by themselves, really honing in their um, maybe honing in their solo skills, learning how to move away um, from this torment, right? And this is torment. Okay, so this is mental torment. Okay, this is mental torment or anguish, but also from this is like other. Let's say, see how they're all gonna laugh at you. So the way that I see this is like this person, okay, whoever this is, collective. I would say this is collective. Okay, collective is out here doing the work for themselves, on themselves, right? Now, there is this person, because you've been doing the work, collective, that is going to come in with this beautiful offer of this cup of love. Now, depending on if you're masculine or feminine, it looks like masculine, okay, has been doing a lot of work and is ready to kind of come and approach feminine, okay? They may be wanting to take you somewhere. For some of you guys, you masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. What you guys could have been working on is moving away from the what do you fucking call this? The others' opinions, right? Social standards, social norms, social opinions like you don't look good in yellow, you're fucking too skinny, you're too fat, whatever it is, right? So for a lot of you guys, this has been the thing, right? This has been the thing that collective has had to move or remove themselves from, is this mental or this what do you call it? Communal what I keep picking up on, like what they keep showing me is like when they try to what is the word for it? Come on, new brain. Come on, new brain. What is the word for it? Um, hey Cole, you waited for the live for so long. I saw your messages. They're so sweet. I just really didn't have any. I didn't have any power, and then my friend finally, really, 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 sweetheart, finally. sent me the extra money to help me out so I could eat and take care of myself and get my power and get my stuff going. So I've been attempting to come back live for you guys. Um, so what I'm picking up though on that, this is like, it's like social guilt. No, what's the word for it? What's the word for it when they, when like everybody's doing it, like everybody's doing it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like this is what I'm picking up from this. Is like peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure. This is peer pressure. Okay. This may have been peer pressure or people pleasing may have been the thing that masculine was actually working on moving away from. Okay. And I think that this is thank you so much. It's so sweet. I think that this is like generally speaking, like what the masculine, what what's going on with patriarchy in general, with masculine in general, is this is what they're moving away from, is this external validation, is one, needing the external validation, two, feeling controlled or lost or berated by this external validation, by the need. Okay. For some of them, they were going through some type of major ego debt. Okay. And that's really what this was, right? Because these are kind of like spirits. And they finally moved away from that. Okay. They've got in the boat, they paddled their ass away, and they've moved to safer shores. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. But yeah, this is some peer pressure. And I think that this is like a bigger, like macro and micro a little bit, right? To where masculine, this isn't just divine masculine. This is masculine. This is patriarchy in general, that is like, well, the boys club needs you to feel like this, or you need to feel like that, and all this other stuff, right? And you need that. You need that for to be able to feel good for people, to be able to feel like you have friends. And so the ego, um, the ego, especially male ego, really seeks that validation, whether it's through feminine or whether it's through other masculine, right? And so this is what masculine, right, is moving away from, right? Because they realize that that's fake love. They realize that by needing to have these social norms, to fill these social norms, that that's actually demonic, because it's not making them happy. It's not bringing them love. It's not bringing them fulfillment. It's bringing this negative, nightmarish emotional state, and they feel like they can't escape it. And they actually feel like actually all the people that may have been on the team, they may have thought that they may have been seeking for their ego to feel better. They're now realizing we're all against them. They're now realizing that everything that they told them, that everything that they encouraged them for, put them in this hell state, right? Literally. Masculine is here with the fucking devil, and he's feeling bad like shit. Why did I do this? Why did I do all these ones? Why did I participate in all of this? He's there, like with his hand on his face. Like, can you guys really see this? I don't know if you can see this guy. He's like, what did I do? Like, what did I just do? Literally. And this is what they're living. Fuck. And all they can think about is all of these things. And they can sit here and say, well, everybody told me this and they told me that and they told me wrong advice. But the reality is, right? The reality is, guys, is it's our own job individually to feel, to use our intuition and to know, right? To use our own emotional state and our own intuition to know, actually, all of this information that's coming seems a little upside down, but because they chose and they kept running with it. So many of you guys, actually, for many of you guys, there was some type of masculine or maybe even some type of community, okay, even some type of cult or coven. And they're out here fucking running smear campaigns. They're out here sending all these, for many of you guys, this could be the people. So the last message that I did where everybody's like, what the fuck? And I was like, this is just a legal message. Okay. That my messages and everything have been being blocked, right? This is what it is. But people have been responding because they're like, you were so rude to me. And I'm like, what? I can't even respond. who are you talking to? Oh, you sent me pictures and you sent me. No, it was not me for sure. It wasn't me. Like when I didn't have power, that would have been amazing because I can't even do my job or call anybody that I need. Fuck off. So, anyways, um, amazing dress. Oh, this is actually a kimono. This is actually a kimono. It's cool, right? These little birds. Um, so you guys, yeah, for some of you guys, this can be a higher up. This can be a cult, a coven, some type of a fake church facade. I've been picking up in this a lot. A church facade. Okay. Also, it can be somebody like an authority. Can also be parental figure or something like this. Yeah, somebody that's definitely family. Somebody that tried to take collective out. They thought that they could. They thought that they could block you, but they're not being victorious in that. They are not. And they think that, and they won't stop. It's like they're relentless. It's like keep just trying to put all this shit out, but it's not working. And so some dude is there like fuck, 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 fuck. But the thing is like choices, right? Everybody makes their own choices. So if this person made their own choices based on what other people were telling them, because their ego needed the validation of the group, like it was still their choice. They still missed a beautiful opportunity, the Empress. Okay. For many of you guys, this masculine missed this opportunity. The universe literally was like, here you go. And he's just like, no, you know what? I'm better than this because I have all these other people and all these other cups, all these third parties telling me like I'm good. And that feminine should be chasing me. Like, that's not how it fucking goes, you guys. That's not how it goes. Now he's there like fucking trying to talk to the dad or trying to talk to the grandpa. Like, I don't know. He's like, what happened? I thought you were getting married. Like, well, where you can't, I can't leave all this to you if it's just you by yourself with the dog. What do you mean? Like, this is a legacy. This is for the family, for the happy ending. What'd you do? Where's the Empress? What'd you do? What do you mean you missed that beautiful gift that the universe is giving you because you were busy what? Meditating? You were busy sleeping? You were busy being asleep with this third party bullshit? Damn, fool. Fucked up. Somebody fucked up here. So let's see what this is all about. Um, Thank you so much for all your support and your love, Cole. I appreciate it. I look good. You look adorable today. Thank you. And healthy. Yes, I am much more healthy. So I did a lot of sleeping, a lot of resting, a lot of sleeping, and a lot of eating. My friend when he sent me the money was like, "Are you good at this? Is just pay your bills? You need to eat." And then he's like, "Send me my money, so I could go eat." And he was like, "Did you take yourself out and do so like spoil yourself or whatever?" And I was just like, "No, I bought like 2 or 3 ice cream." I spent $5. I felt like a king today. I spent $5 on some ice creams. And my friend started laughing, was like, for real? And I was like, yeah. I mean, I ate for sure, but of course I was like, I want a treat. I live in subtropic climate, guys. Like this is just real. Like I like sometimes you like cold things. Not always, but sometimes you like cold things. But yeah. So somebody, now this person, okay, one masculine fumbled. Another masculine is in preparation. They have actually managed to move away from the devil and to stay focused. They are now coming. So for some of you guys, there may have been some type of demonic entity or something. That's why I was talking about it at the beginning of the fucking thing here. There may have been some demonic entity that a lover or a past lover or something actually put on these lovers. Oh, on both of them, not just one, on both of them. Okay. On both masculine and feminine. Okay. There was some type of demonic entity or spirit or lower vibrational demonic entity. Okay. We got the devil in reverse here. Okay. So now this isn't the devil itself because it's in reverse, right? But this is some type of demonic entity. Okay. And it was attached. It was attached. It was following them around for an extended amount of time. And they've been able to apparently break it or something. Yeah. So that's what's going on, actually. Okay. So the lovers, okay, masculine or feminine, whoever broke the spell, they broke the spell and now they're on their way. Now they're on their way. There may have been some type of, I'm picking up on like some type of, they may have tried to give you some type of poison. They may have tried to get you to drink something. They may have tried to put some type of spell on food or drink. And they for sure did that to me before. So it's not that, I know it sounds weird, but actually it's not that weird. Oh yeah, they did it when they were trying to get you to drink with them, with somebody else, with other people. For some of you guys, this may have already happened. For some of you guys, if this has not already happened, okay, when you go out and there's other people offering you drinks, do not take them. Okay. This is options. Okay. Seven of Cups is a variety, right? We have lots of options. But that, I'm sorry, that reptilian demonic looking thing right there don't look so good. And he's all wrapped around all of the glasses. And look, this guy got a mask, but still hiding his face, even though mask isn't there. So what I see in this is you have the option, you have the option for love, or you have the option to partake in something that's going to have an attachment or a demonic entity. Now, again, these can pop up or pop in if you have substance or alcohol or sex or porn or video game, whatever. If you have addictions, okay, this can be, again, addicted. Like, I'm terrible. I will say I'm terrible because I let like media and stuff play all day. Even if I'm not staring at the screen all day, like I let it play. But I mostly let it play because I know I'm being monitored. All my shit's being monitored. So I just let tarot readers and stuff like this play all day because I know that it bores the people that are fucking monitoring me. Fuck you guys. But anyways, not you guys, not my collective, but the people that are watching and monitoring, like whatever. I just put like just super dramatic, right? Like spiritual court TV and shit, bro. Like so they already know what's happening, right? Like I follow readers that are all around the world. And I think it's so funny because the reality is no matter what part of the collective, there's lots of different types of collectives that are floating around, but it's like the same story. It's the same story in different countries and different states from different readers that are speaking different fucking languages. It's the same shit, same shit, different location for the fucking toilet. And the judgment is here. Queen of Wands in reverse. The judgment is going down on these Jezebel spirits. Okay. They're the ones that tried to do this. King of Wands. Okay. Strong fire sign energies. Okay. So they're the ones that tried to do this. This was a deception. Okay. They try to give you options, or they may have tried to make you feel like you had a lot of options, or they try to get you to partake in more options, whether you're masculine or feminine. Okay. If you were feminine, they could have been offering to not just buy you drinks, but to buy you some type of jewelry or something like this. They could have some piece of your jewelry or your necklace. They're trying to do something that could be important to somebody. Necklace or jewelry, some type of beadings, some type of jewelry. Yeah. These third parties were actually just trying to set you up. They're trying to destiny swap. They're trying to take your happy ending. They're trying to take your whatever this is. And that's just not working. That's just not working because collective is chosen. Okay. Yeah. Collective woke up to that shit. You guys woke up to that shit and you decided, no, I'm not going to let that happen anymore. And you started drawing your foot, or you started drawing your boundaries. And that's really important. Again, if you did not already go out, if you did not already get the option or get invited to some party or something like this, whatever it is, okay, this is a physical thing that they are trying to offer you. Physical. So this means it can be food, it can be a drink, it can be a prize, a gift, money. It can be fucking, okay? Physical. Physical. Somebody has some type of physical, they're needing to make some type of physical interaction. They can't get anything until they have this physical interaction. So either until collective partakes in something physical or receives something physical, or they have physical touching or interaction or something with them. Let's figure out what this is, because we have the well in reverse here. And the well is like bottomless. This is like infinite information, love. This deck has 2 extra cards. Okay, this is number 22. There's the well and the artist. And this deck is really cool. This is, I think, Ethereal Visions. One of my favorites. Um, Now, if the well, which is filled, right, it's endless, right, bottomless, something like this, um, and this is in reverse, then what I'm picking up on here is something that they're trying to offer you is to take something, okay? They could have tried to give you something. Okay, guys, hold on. Let me tune in. Let me tune in. They could have tried to take something that was, I'm sorry, not take something. They tried to give you something that was, give you or offer you something that was for monetary value, physical value. Okay. So it could have been to feed yourself. It could have been to pay your rent. It could have been to do different things with, right? And they did this. They try to offer you something or give something or take something of yours, physical of yours, maybe jewelry or whatever, like I was saying before, some type of money, valuable jewelry, something like this. And what they're trying to do is they're attempting to do spell work to drain you. Okay. The well in reverse. They're trying to drain you of your physical resources. Now, this could be on many different levels, okay? Because this is a collective read, I'm picking up different things. So for some of you guys, they try to, again, they try to put you out on the street. They try to drain you of your ability to have safety or a place to live. For some of you guys, it could have been for you to make money for work. They could be trying to drain you of your money. They could be trying to drain you of your physical life force, energy, okay? For some of you guys, it could have been vehicles or something else like this. Give me clarification on this. They wanted to drain you of all of your life force energy, all of your creative, like all of your solar plexus, life force creative energy here. And the reason why is because they're trying to prevent you from either receiving this offering of love. Another card, please. Okay. I think for many of them, they're trying to prevent masculine. Okay, we have the knight. I'm like, king, what is this? Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is someone that it wants to bring something, an offering of love, right? The knights are always in action. They're the action takers, right? So this knight wants to bring an offering of love. This one, okay, swords, knight of swords. He is one of the fastest moving knights. Okay, swords is about words or actions. So someone wants to come in. Okay, you guys, someone may come in. Okay, very interesting. Someone may come in with a small offering of love, or trying to say, oh, I'm sorry, all this stuff happened, but you know I love you, blah, 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 blah. I've known you forever, blah, 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 blah. Just hold on, we'll make it through this. Okay. And they're going to try to offer you this, but what they're really trying to do is to fucking snatch up your life essence. Okay? They're trying to hold on to it. For some of you guys, there is somebody, there can be multiple people that are going to try to come in and literally hype up on your, try to stake claim to you or your life force energy. These are people that didn't do the work. This is somebody that didn't do the work. So these are probably the people that are going to be falling down. These are people that are trying to take what rightfully belongs to the Empress, or they're trying to take the Empress. Ooh. Oh, they're trying to offer you. They're trying to make you a small offering that gets you caught up so they have your life force energy. Ooh. Okay, for many of you guys, they can have been feeding. They have been, can and have been. Okay, not can have. Can and have. Is that what you guys are saying? Yes, okay. Can and have been sucking Divine Feminine's life force energy. And they've been using it. They've been using it for money, for love, for acting. Okay, so this is going to have something to do with actors also. This could have something to do with people that are actually in film or in movies or in acting, something like this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now they're realizing kind of what they got caught up in, and they're sitting here contemplating if they're good humans or not. Like, should we keep going forward with this? Right? Because the full moon is about secrets, deceptions, lies, things like this. The Eight of Cups is normally about walking away from all that stuff because they saw that there were secrets or deceptions or lies. And now this person is sitting here being like, shit, do I keep all these cups that I've been given, right? My emotional contentment, or do I go within and say, this is bad. I'm a bad man. I shouldn't do this. And do I walk away from these cups? And he's like, well, no, that's kind of a long journey. All these cups are pretty shiny. So there's going to be two things that happen. One of these people, one person is actually going to, okay, can I say this? Is someone going to get hurt if I say this? Someone is going to get hurt. Like badly hurt? Someone's feelings are going to get hurt? Is someone physically going to get hurt? Is there anything I can do about it or me talking about it that's going to make a difference? Okay. Sorry, guys. I have to make sure before I start to tell some pretty in-depth information. So this person here who's sitting here contemplating shit, actually is going to decide to take this leap of faith. Okay. And what they're going to do is they're going to go up against all of these people that tried to attack collective Divine Feminine. And they're doing it. They've been sitting here trying to weigh out their odds, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm jumping. You know, like they're going for it. They're going for it. They're taking the action because they're tired of the lies. They're tired of the lies. They're tired of the secrets. They're tired of hiding all this information. Okay. They don't really have the capacity to do it anymore. And so what they're going to do is they're going to come in. For many of you guys, someone may have already confessed their love. Someone may have already told all of these people that were doing all this attacking. And this person, okay, King of Cups over here, okay. King of Cups is normally somebody that doesn't have the ability to share or express all of his emotions. But in this deck, he looks like he knows how. He looks like he knows a lot more than that. So what it looks like here is that for an extended amount of time, this person has been pretending to be on this team. Ooh. Ooh. They've been pretending to be on the team just to get more information about all of these people that are attacking feminine so they can make all of these fucking towers happen for all of these people. And they can take away all of their happiness, whatever, da, 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 da. They're going to take away everything. And masculine is about to take the Empress and his victory on a fucking trip. Not just a safer shores, not just a common shores, like on a victory lap. Literally on a victory lap. Okay. For some of you guys, maybe they don't know, maybe they didn't know how to fully express. Yeah, they didn't know how to tell the truth. Maybe they didn't know how to apologize, and maybe this is their way. They're just like, you know what? The best apology, the only real apology that counts is changed action, is action, right? This is truth. This is apology. This is action, right? Okay, with this fire burning here and the crown. So they know that ultimately, that even though they may have done a lot of fucked up shit, or they may have not taken action previously before, or they may have just been going along with the guys because they were afraid. Where was it? They're afraid that they're all going to laugh at them. And now they're like, you know what? Now I'm actually taking this action. I'm going to be that action, quick acting. And they're going to come through and they're going to tell the truth. For some of you guys, this masculine may be, can I say that? They may have worn some type of a wire already happened. It already happened? Okay. So they wore some type of wire or something like this, guys. They wore something. They wore something or they recorded something. They did something. They did something. They 100% did something where they went in and they got information or truth or something like this out from these people. From all these people that were attacking Empress, that were trying to stab Empress in the back, that were trying to off Empress, they came through and they're now telling the truth, or they did tell the truth. And all these people that were wearing the mask, where is that fucking creepy card? I think I already put it away. All the people that were wearing these masks, the creepy fucking reptilian people, they're having major tower moments. Major tower moments. We really did this. It's like they're viewing themselves kind of like as this like Mother Mary, like Robin Hood energy, guys. So this is real. This is real. They really did this. Okay. They're trying to balance out the scales, and that's what they're doing is they're putting themselves in the position. Okay. See how this guy is looking at this girl and they're like almost in love, and it's like the balance finally. It's like what I'm seeing here is like masculine finally like stopped listening to all the exterior voices and he realized that it wasn't feminine that was creating the nightmares or the whatever terrors for him. It was not following their call or their love for feminine. So here he's like really like and look at the divine is like, listen, because you finally saw the face to face or the space which she was coming from, and because you put yourself in her space and because you decided, regardless if you lost everything, all your friends, everything doesn't matter. And this masculine could have lost a lot. Okay, they could have lost business, they could have lost homes, they could have lost families, friends, a lot. They lost a lot. Okay, I think they may have even crashed in this tower, if you want my honest opinion. Okay, Something for them crashed. They had some type of tower moment. But because the selfish, because of the want to create the devotion to come out with the truth or to speak up or to protect feminine, they're being divinely rewarded. They could be going into some type of major position. Okay. Look at the Emperor and the Empress right here. And this person could be about, this could be, okay, so a couple things. This person could have been tied in with some higher level law enforcements. This person could work. So, am I back? Can you guys hear me? So, when you start to play with magic, it's like that song. What was it? Katy Perry, right? That Dark Horse song. When you start to play with magic, you need to know what the fuck you're playing with and what the fuck you're doing. You need to know that there is repercussions for everything that you do. And you need to also know that you don't have the capacity. It doesn't matter what type of level magician or whatever you are, warlock, witch, whatever, it doesn't matter. You do not have the capacity. I mean, I guess you have the capability, but you do not have the allowance to fuck with people's free will. When you start to do things like love spells, like death spells, like um what do you call it? Glamour spells, anything else like this, you are fucking people's free will, which means that's a huge karmic debt. That is a huge, like in the magic realms, right? There is debt that has to be paid. You can't just fuck with that shit. It's not how it works. It's like, imagine there's like a scale, right? Imagine Anubis and his scale, right? Imagine there's like a scale. And imagine you're just like, well, I'm going to fuck with somebody's free will. Like, let's say you want to put a love spell, and now it's like this person is like obsessively in love with you or with somebody else, or you're making them not have their love. You fuck with their free will. So, as much as you distorted this person's, like, that's going to come back tenfold. You're going to owe it back tenfold because you can't fuck with somebody's free will. I mean, you can, but that's going to cost you. And not like a little bit. Rapey, like, you know, when they send you all those weird credit cards in the mail and you get like the like 26% interest rate or whatever, right? Like some shit like that. That's like what it is. Like there's interest and tax that comes back on that. So if you try to put a death spell or if you try to put a glamour spell, right? So let's say you're using a glamour spell and people are think that you're something that you're not. You're fucking with somebody's free will. Let's say, for instance, you're in a partnership and you say, oh, yeah, it's just together. I'm not fucking anybody else. But you're actually fucking other people on the side. And now this person is connecting with you based on not all the information. You're fucking with somebody's free will because you have the capacity, because you're entering them other diseases and other energies that they didn't agree to. So you're using force against free will. There's many ways you can do it. You don't have to fucking cast a magic spell to do it. You can just be a dick and do dick things. You just be a fuckboy and do fuckboy things. And like that has repercussions because you're fucking with somebody's fundamental rights of their free will because you're not giving them all the information. It's like, oh, do you want to buy this like, candy from me? And it's like, oh, well, what's in the candy? Like, oh, it's all organic. Minus the fucking strychnine, bro, but it's gonna be cool. You'll have a good trip. Like, but you don't tell them that. You give them something with like that's why all the deletes and shit are having all these problems right now. 100%. That's why. Because all of the stuff that they have been hiding has been literally against our own free will. Now, either we're agreeing to it. Here's the thing. Here's the biggest thing I can tell you about everything happening in the world, about all the deletes and the cults and all this other shit. They put everything in plain sight. They have to. They have to. Now, if you choose to not say something about something fucked up, so let's say you see somebody fucking beating their kid or their wife or fucking their friend, whatever, when they have a partner. If you don't say, I don't consent to this, you're essentially consenting, because it's like consensus, right? It's like, well, but you didn't have a problem with it. It's like, well, actually, I did have a problem, but you didn't say anything. So because you didn't actually take action and you didn't actually do anything and you didn't actually say anything and you didn't actually express distaste or disgust, what you actually did is you actually just agreed. You concurred. You concurred with that, with the behavior. You concurred with the attitude. You concurred with all of the negativity. And that's what's happening. Micro and macro. That's what's happening on a global scale. So if you don't stand up against or for what you're about, then you're just consenting. If you don't say, I'm not cool with pedophiles and people eating other people, cannibalism and weird shit like that, then if you don't say, I'm not okay with it, if you don't actually acknowledge and say aloud and make it known aloud, I do not consent to this, then you're consenting. No answer is an answer. It's not staying neutral. There is no neutrality in this. There is zero fucking neutrality in what's going on right now. Either you're like, yes, I'm happy taking the blue pill or the red pill. And that is your fucking choice. But there isn't like, well, I'm just neutral, like I don't need to take the pill. Like, no, no, no. You're living in pedo-cannibalistic world and you're okay with that. Or I'm not the fuck okay with that. And everything about this has to go. That's the only two. Otherwise, you're staying asleep. You're staying in this, asleep in reality. You're staying there in the pedo-cannibalistic space because you're not consenting. It's not about, there's no politics. There's no anything else here. It has nothing else to do with any fucking else. This is just straight up fact. Like, once you have been shown the truth, once you saw that this person killed that person, once you saw that that person raped that person, once you saw that that person ate children, did you say, I don't want this anymore? Or did you just say, it's not my fucking problem? There is no neutrality. You're either consenting or not consenting. And the only way to not consent is to say, I don't consent to this. This is non-consensual. Because if you're just like, well, I don't really like that, like, that doesn't do anything. It does nothing. Just like all the fucking rape academy and shit like, oh, well, yeah, well, I look at it like, that's great. Then you're to that type of world. You're consenting to demonic entities. That's a choice. It's a fucking choice. It's your choice that you make or you don't make. But the universe ain't going to give you no more opportunities if you're going to entertain these sick fuck third parties instead of this beautiful new offering. It's a choice. So when all these people come crashing all the way down because they chose to try to be stronger than a chosen one, because they thought that they were stronger than love, they thought that they were stronger than this want, this inner strength that exists with love and the nature of love itself, which is this person doesn't know how it's going to go. They don't even know. But what they know is this is worth jumping. This is worth the faith. This is worth the strength. This is worth the surrender. And it's for sure worth walking away from because they can trust their intuition. And they know the difference between Jezebel spirit. They know the difference between sharing the sacred energy exchange and it just being this shallow thing that ends up in this loveless space. Somebody's had to gain a lot of courage or a lot of strength to be able to make this leap towards love. Okay. I feel very that it's both divine masculine and divine feminine. It's both of them. And it's taken a while to gain maybe the balance, the strength, the calmness, the ability, the courage, the willingness. It's not that they weren't willing. I feel that they have been willing, but they had to maybe build more self courage or more self strength. Um, Also, they probably had to bring down this organization, or maybe it's just decentering. Yeah, that's what it is. It's decentering patriarchy a little bit because they realize that this is where a lot of the structure and a lot of this heartache and all of this is coming from. A lot of this epidemic of women being on their own and male loneliness epidemic is coming from the programming, from patriarchal programming, right? It's taught men to be a certain way. It's taught women to be a certain way. And because of that, we haven't been victorious in these happy outcomes. But we are victoriously moving to safer shores. And how does that happen? It happens from when masculine steps into his true space, when he actually honors his emotions and instead of letting his emotions overcome him, right? He lets them and take him to this victory, to different shores. Yeah. Yeah. They were stuck. For some of you guys, masculine was stuck. For other you guys, this masculine put in some fucking work. They did work, and what they did is actually like some back work. Okay, they may be collecting. Yeah, they may be collecting a lot of money that was owed to them for a long time. Somebody may have been holding on. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is someone that's going to have to turn it loose because the truth is coming out. Okay, someone is holding money that came from a relative, a will, some type of inheritance. This can be a lot. Okay, seems like quite a bit. Property, assets, money, a lot. There's a lot here. I hear this little crow. Ah, the end is near. The end is near. Yeah, someone's been holding on to something for a long time that actually didn't belong to them, that they were pretending like belonged to them, but that was a lie. They were lying about that. They were lying about that. They tried to say that they did all the work for it, but no, actually, this masculine did some work. They've been putting in work a lot of time. And whoever these women were, I'm sensing two strong feminine figures. Okay, one can be an earth sign and one can be an air sign. Doesn't have to be, but I'm picking up Capricorn and Libra, very strong. These can be matronly figures. Okay, so these can be mothers, aunts, sisters, somebody that maybe has children. Okay. For some of you guys, and I hate to say this, but yeah, this is someone that you were close to, someone that you loved, or someone that you thought should have love for you. Someone that tried to offer you a cup of love, or they tried to block your cup of love from being offered. These people may be dying. They may have tried to not just do some crazy spell work, some death spells, some backlash, trying to protect their lives, this money, whatever it is. Okay, but this King of Swords, this person coming out with the truth, with action and the actual fucking truth around it. They're burying them all. Tell me more about this death card. I'm gonna grab a different deck, you guys. This is a lot. Get the Crow's Tarot because we got the bird here, right? Let's see what happens. Tell us about this death. Whoa. Okay, Six of Cups, past reminiscent. Okay, so these are somebody from the past. This definitely is somebody that is family or closely related. Okay, somebody from the past, somebody that you guys have known for quite some time. Okay, these people, definitely these people, try to block this divine union from coming into play. Okay, and they've been they've been doing moon magic, different stuff like this. They've been doing some type of moon magic, some type of spells, maybe working with animals, feathers. They could have been doing some type of weird animal sacrifices. Ew. Stamina and potency, but they've been going and going and going and going and going, trying to raise the potency, trying to raise the spells, trying to do all of this. They've been doing it for an extended amount of time. Could have been doing it your whole life since you were small. Maybe 6 months, 6 years, 4 months, 4 years, maybe since before you were born. Five of Swords, distress and confusion. They're trying to win. They thought they won the battle, but they didn't win the war. Okay. And now they're sitting here in distress and confusion because they don't know what's going on because they didn't win. All this bullshit that they try to do to try to block collective didn't work. What's happening? The Queen of Cups, Shaman, Enchanter. Because collective already knew. They foresaw it. You guys foresaw that shit coming into play. Queen of Cups, yeah. And you guys are about to cash in. Wealth arising. You about to get that payout. Oh shit. You about to get that payout. Tell me about this death. Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment and desires. They really wanted to off you to have your wishes, your happy ending, your wish fulfillment. They tried to off collective for collective's wish fulfillment. That's not happening. Guess what? Not today, Satan. That's not happening. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely not happening. So let's see. That's death. So now let's see what. First, let's see who these two are. This is Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely family. Somebody that's your family. Blending, melding. Somebody you thought was your family, both of them. Family. And the Queen of Swords. Not a wand, shapeshift, change. Okay, so this could have been somebody that had to do with somebody sending in somebody, maybe a lover, something like this. Fire energy, Sag, Leo, Aries, with this Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Swords could have either been a mother or somebody, family member, somebody close that was connected with this person that they sent in, this Knight of Wands. They sent in to get you something, to get you sick, some type of sickness or some type of disease. Yeah, Temperance, probably a Sagittarius. But this is a Queen of Swords, so this is Libra energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but very strong. So it could have been this other person's family. Yeah, Four of Swords. They're working together. Oh, so your family was working with your ex and your ex's family? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Seven of Coins. Trying to keep all their options open. Cheetahs, cheetahs, cheetahs. Ooh, look at that, all those cheetahs. Seven of coins, production and reap. You reap what you sow. If you a cheetah and you're stealing, that ain't gonna be a good feeling. So let's see. Who is this King of Swords? Who is the one that's telling all the truth? And this can be an air sign, but it doesn't have to be. This is the energy of someone telling the truth, someone taking the action and standing on business. See this motherfucker standing on business, like, nah, I said what I said. Bitch, I said what I said. I'm standing on business. This shit um it ain't gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Um like that this is just what it is. He's standing on business. Now, this can be an air sign, okay? This can be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but it does not have to be. This is just someone swift. The Chariot, entity, channel. This could also be someone that's channeling through this person, okay? This can also be Cancerian energy, but it's someone that this is fast movement. This is fast movement action words, okay? See all these birds? See the bird here? See the birds on his crown, okay? All the birds here. The Chariot is quick, fast moving, moving very quickly, okay? Entity, channel. So also this person could have been channeling through these other entities to have them do this, to get them to do this. Yeah, the moon. Yeah, these people are going crazy. So for some of you guys, oh, cool, interesting. For some of you guys, they could have got the truth teller to be one of their own that came out and told all the truth. And they actually, because they have some type of addiction, whether it's sex or substance, they were able to send. Now, not only can demonic entities hop, but higher entities can hop as well too. They tend not to do it because they tend to like the guidance, but if it's a type of situation like this, then they will. Okay, this is more ancestral, um, ancestral protection energy, right? The moon, lunacy or delusion. Yeah, look at two more birds here. So they were having entities, or they were okay, yeah. So they were making the entities distraught. Okay, so for some of you guys, they could have actually like possessed. They could have possessed this person that was in this higher up authority space um to come in and tell the truth. Yeah, Page of Swords, captivation and entrance. To come in and say what it is, to come in and say the truth. And they could have just and that's what happens sometimes, right? Like you can be saying shit that's like not whatever. So let's figure out. Yeah, they were navigating it. Yeah, they were leading you. They were leading you. Okay, so this is also something. So when you're a chosen one, you're gonna have this higher level guidance, and that's what's going on, right? Look at this owl. These owl and these birds with this rose. Okay. Navigate progress, right? This is like the ferryman taking you to calmer shores. Only you're soaring, which means it's a higher level. It's a more ethereal protection. Yeah, the star. You are having, these are higher level beings or higher level entities that kind of hopped in to do this. Yeah. Entity channel. The star, Empyrean celestial. Yeah. So, yeah, they hopped. They hopped these people to get them caught up or to get them to say things when they shouldn't have. Okay, so now tell us what this Ten of Pentacles is. What is this Ten of Pentacles? We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Dear eyes, calculate. Okay, so this is some type of Jezebel spirit, something like this. Okay, so this could have been a third party or somebody else, or they've been using this sex magic or Jezebel energy. that they've been collecting this money, that they've been using to collect or build on this money that was not theirs. Okay. Three of Wands. Yeah. Indigenous. Indigenous. Wow. For some of you guys, you can be indigenous, or they could have been fucking with some type of indigenous wealth. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is this real? Okay. Three of Wands. Savvy. It's not indigenous, it's ingenious. So it's where people are sly like a fox. Now, what I picked up on this, you guys, is for some, you may be of indigenous roots, similar like me, right? Or have a lot of Italian and Native American roots. Now, these families or these people could have known that. They could have known where you came from, and they could have been collecting indigenous rights, money, payback for an extended amount of time, and they thought that they were being ingenious about it. Yeah. The problem is the indigenous one they've been collecting off of, is actually the shaman, the enchanter. So they were left a really high ranking position. And this position, similar like me, the ancestors chose the person. The ancestor, that's why you're the chosen ones, right? The ancestors chose who is the shaman, who is the medicine man, the medicine woman, who is the enchanter, who is the seer, who is the healer. They choose that. And this is what they've been taking money from also. Ooh, so it's not just one thing. Ooh, it's more than one thing. Ooh, captivation. So not only did they steal inheritance that got left, okay, imagine that. Not only did they steal inheritance that got left, you guys, they've been collecting, sorcerer, alchemist, they have been collecting since you have been born, many of them, this indigenous pay, and living the fuck off of it, and treating you and leaving you in a life of fucking servitude. But that ain't gonna happen anymore, because you're the magician, you're the sorcerer, you're the alchemist, and the rapture is upon us. Now, while they are experiencing the rapture, you're going to be experiencing the ecstasy. Because someone that actually does care about your security or your safety, okay, is dedicated and adamant to you receiving this. And it may have taken a long time, this Knight of Coins, for you to anchor this essence and to get it moving. This is a lot. This is a big payout. This isn't just one. They were trying to keep you trapped or confused from this. That was what the spell work was about. But the problem is because of collective's position, because of your ancestral reward or payment or something like this. Wow. Isn't that funny sometimes how we say words and you're just like, it's ingenious, and it's like indigenous. No, that's not a mistake. There's always something in it. Okay? Like sometimes when people are drunk and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, I was only saying that because I was drunk. It's like, yeah, that's how I know it was real. Because there wasn't any filter. Right? Even though I read ingenious, okay, I can be like, well, I'm a little bit, mix some words up sometimes. No. For some of you guys, you may not even know who your actual family is because you may have been adopted or stolen or traded or something like this since you were small. And that's what they've been trying to keep you from. They've been trying to keep you from your power. Collective, you're about to step into your power and they're all going to burn. The sun, power, Genesis, the sun never apologizes to shine or for burning people's fucking eyes. They're about to get burned. Look at this, the Nine of Wands. Dazed and confused. Followed by the Ten of Wands. Misery and torment. Which we have the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor, overlord or supremacy. So yeah, these people, this group, this weird fucking group, coven, also your family and potentially your lover or ex's fucking family and whatever else like it. There's a bunch of people that were in on this. A fucking lot of people. And yeah, overlord supremacy is in reverse now, on top of misery and dazed and confused. This is strong Leo. Look at strong Aries and Leo energy, strong fire energy. I see Leo 3 times. So Leo here, Leo here, and Leo here. And this is Aries here. So what does this tell me? Okay, this tells us a couple things. Leo is when things come out to the light, okay? When things start to shine. It's when the star is born, right? It steps into play. Also, Leo could be, it could be when all of this is kind of wrapping up. It could be like Leo season, okay? Yeah, yeah, in Leo season. But look at these lions, the 9 of coins. And this is when the wish fulfillment, the harmony, and the chemistry actually comes into play. Following that. Yeah. The death of the devil. Okay. Capricornic energy. Capricornic energy. Magnetism and lore. They're not, you have not, it's like, it's like you Lorena Bobbitt that shit. One hondo. Any more messages for the collective? Queen of Cups. You guys, collective, you guys are shamans or enchanters. They can't fuck with that. You're a higher, you're, how do you say it? What do you call it? You outrank them. HNIC. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. And where they were keeping that, that was keeping them secure and safe. And they were misering this motherfucking security as if it was as if it was theirs, but it was actually yours, and they're keeping it from you. Yeah, this judgment is hardcore. Ashes, ashes, they all fall down. Look at all of those swords or wands. Those are like fucking swords coming at you. Judgment, awaken, metamorphosis. So for the people who wanted to change, they're maybe changed. Maybe they did some type of metamorphosis. Okay. Maybe they're coming out. Maybe they face their darkness. See the moon? Maybe they're going to be honest. For some, you may see a lot of what do you call it when not testimonial, but like come on guys, like you guys are giving me the wrong words. um when people when they go up and they go in front of everybody, it's like a confession. You may see or hear a lot of confessions coming. Okay, see these like 8 wands, swords. Okay, This is obviously not in mental anguish because it's not around them, but if it's the Eight of Wands, and this is messages coming through quickly, okay? Moth, this is stuff coming from the dark. This is fundamental, okay? This is stuff that has been hidden that's now coming to light if they're choosing. So um, there may be some actual confessions or something that are coming through. Maybe some serious confessions. And this may be like the last ditch effort, okay? Because this is judgment, okay? Awaken, metamorphosis. So either these people are going to awaken and realize we can't fuck with collective and we fucked up. And now we're going to come clean, right? We're going to come clean and fucking serve the queen, or or the major judgment happens on them. King of Swords in reverse. Domination, mastery in reverse. It's not very good, right? What happens if they don't? What happens if they don't make their confession? Everything that they've ever done in their past is going to come up. Six of B, past reminiscence, and the Five of Swords, distress and confusion. For some of them, it may be better if they just fucking confess it all, and they're going to have to confess it all. Everything from the past to the present. That's the only way. Yeah. That's the only possible way they may be able to beat the tower. This is draconian, forceful energy. Again, that Aries energy. This is the only way. This is the way. Mandalorian style. This is the way. This is literally the only way. And it doesn't guarantee them missing the tower. They have to confess to the alchemist. They have to confess to collective. The magician, sorcerer, alchemist. Now, I've been hearing this, you guys, for a few days now. I've been picking up on this, that somebody, maybe even for a week now, I haven't been on here for so long. It's hard for me. Days. Time isn't a thing for me. I don't work on linear timelines. So, anyways, yeah, for about a week, I've been picking up that somebody is like, that there will be some type of confessions, or someone's going to, because they don't have a way to contact collective, or because they can't get through to feminine, um, which is bullshit. There's thousands of ways to get through to people, thousands of ways. And you know what? If you don't, like, we're in such a digital era that, like, you can call people on Facebook, on Instagram, on apps, you know, whether you have whatever. Most people have Wi-Fi at some point in time, you know, you can work on it. But yeah, you could also just like go buy another phone if your number is blocked and try. You could also just like try to call from a mutual person's phone. You could also just, yeah, buy a fucking SIM card with a different number and say, please don't delete me, hear me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but whatever. On, right? The devil. As we get there, can you hear me? I can't see my screen anymore. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so you can still hear me. So I'm gonna finish this up. So, which is funny because I've received the first call that I've received in so long, in the middle of my fucking live, which is great. But the reality of the situation is, People that turn their back on you, people that collect your money and your payout for their fucking kids to feed their fucking family, to buy their houses, to buy their vehicles, you're the fucking devil. And yeah, that would be pretty strange. The only reason why you're calling me now is because your mama or my mama or somebody's mama, some fucking shit, because people be dying because you shouldn't have been fucking with shit that you didn't know. Huh? Huh, cuz? Huh, cuz? Anyways, like I said, I ain't got no fucking family. So, anyways, the reality of the situation is there is a thousand ways to get through to people. And to wait to the last minute, especially when you know, especially when you're creeping and you're watching what they're doing and you see social medias and you're watching everything and you're seeing everybody say stuff and you know that someone's struggling, you know that they're laying in bed fucking not able to sit or take care of themselves, you know that they're starving, you know that they have the ability to fix the mail or their credit or their phone or anything like that, and then you want to come in at the end and act like you're gonna fucking make a call? Fuck you. Fuck you, cuz I ain't having it. And some of you guys need to actually be aware, because what you need to also understand is, even though there is people that are calling or trying to make confessions or doing whatever, trying to fix whatever they fucked up, you also need to be aware that at the same time that there is this dynamic of the narcissist to the empath, right? There is this very abusive dynamic. And what happens, and the way that this happens and the way that this plays out, is they need to guilt you into something. They need to make you feel bad about something, you know? Um, and they try to do this before. They try to tell a bunch of my friends, oh, well, somebody's sick. It's like, then why don't they fucking call me? If they're my goddamn family and something's happening, then why did none of them fucking call me? Is there a reason for that? Oh, amazing. That's what I thought. So what you have to understand is, what they try to do is they try to guilt you, because if you now feel guilt for someone else suffering, they're getting the repercussions of what their karmic balance is. Now people like to be like, well, what did you do? Because I didn't do nothing to anybody. I'm not going to be here and be the victim or the survivor or the hero or whatever. I am what I am. I be who I be. And that's just me. That's it. But in the end of the day, I'm not going to feel guilty for anybody else when I have to beg and ask for help and ask for money from people I don't even know that are helping me to live and to feed, when all these other people are fucking taking everything that was left to me and then acting like they still give a fuck. No. So if your kid dies and her kid dies and you die and your mom dies and everybody dies, well, then you shouldn't have been fucking with magic, fucking with people's lives and destinies and free will. And you definitely shouldn't have been taking fucking money and inheritance that didn't fucking belong to you. And you definitely shouldn't be fucking pretending to be somebody else and going into militaries and courts and other fucking places and signing off as if that's fucking you and collecting somebody else's fucking shit. That's what you get. So if y'all end up sick and y'all end up dead, that's what you get. That's called karma. And what goes around comes all the way the fuck back around. I'll tell you what, all the people trying to attack me and kill me, and somehow I'm still alive, I ain't the fucking one. Or maybe I am the one. Maybe I'm like the fucking Neo. Imagine that. Imagine if each one of us was like the Neo. Imagine if we're breaking out of this matrix energy. Imagine if All this narcissistic grid is collapsing, from our patriarchy to our governmental structure to even the people in our family that have been doing that. The narcissists that want to make you feel guilty for shit. It doesn't work like that. I don't feel guilty because I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm not going to feel guilty because other people are suffering due to their actual choices. Now, do I feel bad when I see people suffering or kids that are hurt, whatever? Of course. Of course. I live in a third world country. Why? Well, one, because it's a lot lower expenses here, but two, because fucking perspective, you guys. Because when I ask for something, it's because I really need it. I don't live above my means. I don't even I live like local people live because the perspective of what it's like to exist on $1 or $2 a day, the perspective of what it's like to have something, to have nothing. And you know what? Even these people that have no money, they have all their family. There's never that they're never out of the family. There's always the family. Like it's the first thing they always ask me is like, "Where's your family?" Like it's so weird to them. Everywhere in Asia, it's so weird to them that a Western person doesn't have family that has the capacity to send them money to eat or to survive, or isn't gonna you know donate $60 or $70 to pay their fucking phone bill or their power. Like it doesn't make sense to them. They don't understand that because they don't understand being out of this family situation. They operate like this. Now, if anybody else was looking from an outside perspective, the inside perspective of my family, they'd be like, well, everybody's a family except for you. Like, why do you think that is? The best thing you can ask yourself is when everybody else, when a whole group of people, gangs, religions, politics, families, who the fuck ever else, when a whole gang of people is ganging up on one fucking person, the person you should probably believe or trust is that one fucking person. Because why would all these people need to be fighting this one person? That doesn't make any sense. And why, if this one person is not trying to fight all these people, but just trying to be left the fuck alone, are all these people still attacking this one person? Gee, I don't know, guys. Kind of doesn't make sense, but I guess it is what it is. Right? You want to fucking Mickey Mouse that shit, bro? Like, come on, bro. Let's be real. They're the devil in the sky. They're the devil in the skies. So these people, especially, could have been your family, are dealing with this high-level cult and all this other shit that's going on, and they could have been cashing in and cashing out. Okay, yeah. They've been using fucking sex magic, and here's the problem. Here's the problem with that. When Collective decided to be celibate, when they decided to not participate and they decided to not act on these whatever addictions, whether it was sex or intimacy or just codependency or any type of addictions, whatever it is, when Collective decided to stop, what happened is it started growing. That started growing and it started rooting. Okay. It started growing into this tree of life that started flowering. So instead of just being this wand of passion, instead of just being this dick, this, it's now split and it's growing. And it's flowering instead of just being this one fucking thing. And so what's happened is Collective has learned to transmute. You guys have become the alchemist. You guys have become the magician. You have transmuted what was once meant to be this addiction or dark energy, and you have used your inner passion, your inner light, your inner fire, right? Your inner solar plexus burning fire, and you use this to transmute, death. For many of you guys, you could have actually physically used it to transmute death itself. Okay. For others, this card of death is the transmutation. This is the death and the rebirth, right? That was like my stomach was like coming from the side. That was weird. And that's what you guys have transmuted. You've transmuted this truth because they try to trap you. They try to get this demonic entity based on your passions or your addictions. And they try to get someone to make you sick through this, either through medication, substance, or sexual, intimate, something like this. Yeah, now they're all sitting here fucking crying. Look at this. We got this guy here. It's like, fuck, what did I do? Right? They were doing some type of human sacrifice too. It's fucking weird. And they got this girl here that's like, shit, someone's gonna die. And they got this dude here. Look at, he's crying over those 3 cups. Crying over those 3 cups. When there's 2 behind him. They tried to take out the lover and that didn't happen. They were very foolish to think that they could have one-upped collective. They didn't realize they were trying to keep you asleep. They're trying to keep you asleep so you don't come into this union. They literally are going to be dying or hurting or getting some really crazy shit that happens to them because they tried to block this union. You guys, they literally tried to take action and somebody else's wish fulfillment. And so what happens to them now? What happens to them now? They're out of balance. And they've had things out of balance for a long time coming. Some type of action is going to come back on this fucking Jezebel energy. What is this action? Well, they've been trying to avoid it. I'm picking up on what's that movie? They've been trying to avoid it for a long time. They've been trying to keep you out of balance, collective. They've been keeping collective out of balance for a long fucking time, and they've been trying to keep you out of balance for a long time coming. They've been causing emotional distress and trying to keep you out of balance and taking all these actions. They could have been trying to say that you were a hooker. They could have had someone else playing you, pretending to be a fucking hooker, pretending to make these actions that they were holding up against you to try to prevent you from getting what was blocked to you or to try to keep you in this mental state. But that didn't work. They're in this mental state and they are losing their stability and they're losing their safety. I'm getting this this energy of Final Destination. You guys seen this movie before? Yeah. They're going to be left out in the cold because that's what they did to you. This is definitely family of some sort. Somebody that you considered family or a really close friend, people. I mean, maybe they weren't your family. Maybe you were adopted or something like this. But these are people that you actually did consider your family, or that you known as your family, or you thought were your family. And the truth is actually coming out. But yeah, I'm getting this this movie, Final Destination, and it's like so if you guys don't know or you haven't seen it or you're too young to have heard of it, basically what it is it's like this girl, I think before they were going to get on a plane or something like this girl was like, we can't get on there, something bad's going to happen. She didn't know what was going, whatever it was. She's like, let's hide out, you know, like let's not go. And something happened, and so they missed. And then what happened is like everybody on that flight died, right? And the thing is They were supposed to, yeah, something's going down with somebody in your family. Okay. Someone could be losing a child. Yeah, someone's losing a child because they were trying to keep this in secret. Yeah, they were doing this work trying to take your fucking happy ending. And Collective was like, no, you fucking don't. That shit belongs to me, bitch. Nice try. Fuck you. So in this Final Destination, what happens is because they were all supposed to die, then they basically start getting this energy of like death, right? Like the Grim Reaper, um, that keeps following them, right? Like you guys, you didn't, how do you say it? Okay, it's like when it's your time. So we basically we schedule when we're entering and we schedule when we're exiting. We schedule the people that we come to so we can learn our lessons. We schedule the time so we know the astrological sign, the star signs that we're born under, so we know all the different uh um not so we know everything, but so we have the ability to know how to fulfill our karma, right? So we're fulfilling our karma. And in this state, we have agreed to how we're exiting, the same as we've agreed to how and where we enter. So in this process of agreeing when to wear exit, so let's like, okay, well, we're gonna die with our friends on this plane crash, and we're gonna all die together. It's gonna be cool. But they avoided it, they evaded it. But that doesn't mean forever, right? If something is meant for you, then it's gonna be for you, right? Just like the Four of Cups. So that's basically these series of these movies is that's what keeps happening, is they keep barely missing, trying to skip, um, trying to beat death, right? And so in the process, they're offering other souls, they're offering other things, they're trying to put other people forward and try to appease death and be like da da da. And they're like, yeah, that's great, but you still like your time is up, right? And what's really interesting is when so when I've had a few friends that have passed, um, which I know it wasn't, it was kind of a freak accident, right? Now you know when it's somebody's time because they're like, cool, I'm out. But something that I saw last year, which was very interesting after one of my friends passed, um, was that he was there. He was like at these gates, right? He was at these gates, and it was almost like imagine if you're going to like an amusement park or like to Burning Man or something like, where there's like these gates that they're setting up, maybe for a festival or something. And they're setting these gates up outside, and it's like all dirt and there's all this stuff, but it's like they haven't set everything else up. But this is the entrance gates. When I got there, I was like, what is this? Like, is it going? He's like, oh my God, I got so much to tell you. Come on, let's go in. And I was just like, it's like, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm like, well, I don't understand. And basically, what they showed me on the way out is, when they put the coins in the eyes or the mouth or the toes, whatever, it's for the ferryman, right? It's to carry them to the next phase. It's for safe passage. It's payment for safe passage. And basically, what they showed me is kind of like this little blip of like Beetlejuice, right? When the lady's like, "Who are you here? Who's your caseworker? Where's the book? You left the book." And it's like, "Ooh," and she's like, "You're way ahead of time. What are you doing here? You guys aren't supposed to be here for another 50 fucking years or whatever it was." Now, because there was a freak accident, whoever was assigned to their case wasn't there because it wasn't their time to exit. So this is basically what I saw with my friend when he exited, is that there was nobody there. Like the whole thing wasn't happening, like where it might have been his dream or his heaven, where it's like, okay, yeah, all this Burning Man and all this stuff, and you can just keep doing this forever. Like that would definitely be, as him as an artist and all this creative stuff, like that would probably be like his happy place, right? But the thing is he was just like, oh great, you're here, let's go. Like you get the tickets. And it's like the tickets or the tokens weren't issued, and the people that were there to pick him up or to move him to the next phase weren't there. And so he was stuck in this, um, I don't want to say purgatory, but like in this middle ground where it's like waiting for something to happen, but it hasn't happened yet because it's not actually their time. So that's basically like a lot of the energy. What I'm picking up on here is that these people have been evading their time, their exit time for an extended amount of time. And they've been hiding. They've been hiding in this hermit energy under, like, cloaking themselves under other people's energies. And that's what they've been doing. Oh, that's what these higher ups and stuff have been doing is harvesting. They've been harvesting life force energy of collective of divine feminine and divine masculine, and these elites and these higher ups have been doing it off of the children and the blood. Ugh, I don't want to go there. It's super nasty, but yeah, that's what they've been doing. Is they've been harvesting the life force energy and taking that the tormented or the terrible energy before they're killing these people alive or the children or whatever they're doing. They're sacrificing them, right? Some type of sacrificial shit. And in the process of doing that, that's how they're cloaking their selves or their energy to keep going. Am I picking that up right? Okay, that's super gross and super weird. It's so they don't miss an opportunity, and then they're just over here keeping their eyes closed, like, no, I'm going to receive this opportunity, and that's what they're doing is they're cashing in. They're basically killing people, children, people, all different types of things. Okay, and they're cashing in on their gifts from the universe, and it's like, oh, it's like since whoever was doing the record keeping or whatever on the other end either wasn't there, or maybe they were getting paid out, or maybe they were getting distracted, or who really knows. You guys have seen movies and all this weird shit, but that's kind of like what I'm picking up on. It's like this person's just been all shanty there in meditation, and they're just like, oh yeah, this goes out to this. Okay. And so all of it's kind of like, it's like, this was your blessing, but it's like, but that person died, but they didn't know that they died because they're sitting there in purgatory. And so they're still cashing out on the blessing. They're still, for some of you guys, this could have been also people that, oh, that's just sick. Okay. I want to get out of this energy, but I'm going to say this. So for some of you guys, this can be people that were pretending that someone was still alive, even though they were dead, and they were collecting benefits. They could have been collecting insurance benefits. For some of you guys, yeah, this has been something that's been going on. They've been collecting life insurance, death, uh, uh, all different types of things. And they've been doing this and not saying that people are dead and keeping them in these demonic spaces. Okay, well, that's intense. How's that? That's fucking intense. Whew. Can we just get some fucking little bit of sage here? Wow, that was a lot. That is a lot. Some dark, sick fucks in the world, and you never know. They can be your own friends or families, or even your psychopathic, sociopathic lovers. Who knows? Oh, thank you. Thank you, angels, ancestors, source creator, spirit guides, ancient deities. Wow, Galactic Federation of Blood. Thank you. Clear the space, please. Some white sage. Wow, that's a lot, you guys. So there's some weird fucking people in the world that are doing some weird shit. And as long as we continue to turn our head the other way and not say, I don't consent to this, I am no longer in agreement. I call back, I cancel, I rebuke any and all contracts that were made with without my awareness, right? I have to do this, guys. I have to make some short ones where I can show you guys this about calling your powers back and canceling all of this. But yeah, they've been harvesting off of sex magic, like demonic sex magic, like attaching. Yeah, they've been collecting people's money, and they may have been victorious until now. Until now, because what's happening is since we're having the changing of the guards and the changing of the guardians, and since everything is switching, and since we're coming to this monumental phase, now there's all these other angels, archangels, like Galactic Federation, like all these people are coming in to help assist. And now they're looking at where all the paperwork may not have been filed right. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this. What is this movie? Oh, what is the movie? Is it not the Guardians of the Galaxy, but the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I think it's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's like the super old, like that are like, okay, you have to file all the paperwork and da 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 before anything can go into process. That's kind of like what I'm picking up on, and kind of like also what's her name? The You guys ever seen this movie Monsters Inc? This Pixar movie, and the in the in the Monsters Inc. whatever, she's number one, right? She's the lady that's always like, "Give me your paperwork, Shabowski," you know. And she's like there with the glasses, and at the end they find out like she's like the undercover or whatever. But yeah, it's like paperwork. You didn't fill out the paperwork. Where the paperwork? That's kind of what I'm picking up on. Is like they've been messing with the paperwork for an extended amount of time because whoever was at the top, they put somebody bad in at the top, and they were pretending to be somebody good. And now that everything is coming back in to like a higher dynamic galactic balance, they can't run away anymore. And all of this stuff is coming in to catch them. So, just so you know, make sure that you guys aren't letting anybody make you feel guilty for being in your happiness or in your joy. Now, how do you know if you're truly in your happiness or your joy or following your soul's mission or fulfillment? It doesn't include hurting anybody else or harming anybody else. So let's say I'm happy because I can bake my food and uh, I must come from some type of royalty, right? Because I only like to get super dressed up, or I like to lay on the pass out couch naked eating fruit, right? Like that's just what I do. So, am I hurting anybody else by doing that? No. Now, if I was doing that, but I was, let's say, stealing somebody else's power or sleeping with somebody else's husband or doing weird shit, then I would be hurting somebody else to achieve that happiness. Does that make sense? So let's say you're swindling money from one person to get something that you need from another, like that is harming other people for your happiness, and that doesn't it's karmatically imbalanced. So if you're fucking with other people's free wills, which means you're lying, you're divulging truth, you're swindling, you're using or coming up on or off of other people, okay, then you're messing with their free will because you're not giving them all the information on how to make a valid decision or choice. You're fucking with their free will. Let that be known. So just do things that don't hurt anybody else. Do things that don't hurt other people. It's not that complicated. If the only way you can find joy is by taking someone else's joy away, like let's say some psycho whore is like, well, I find joy in fucking this dude because whatever, it's like, yeah, but you're hurting somebody else because you're hurting someone else's relationship and you're making this person lie and you're eh, being part of the lie. So you can't run that job as a fucking prostitute, fucking other people's husbands, thinking you're doing them a favor when you're actually hurting yourself and them and the other people. Does that make sense? So if you like fucking, then find a way that you can do that without fucking other people's people. Find somebody that likes to fuck you a lot, or have multiple people, but don't be making people take from other people's things, because that is fucking with people's free will. You are now disrupting their life by convincing or coercing. Coercion is also fucking with people's free will. So manipulating people, telling them one thing and doing another. Again, that's fucking with people's free will. Manipulation, coercion, conversion, all of it. So that's how you, it's either the beginning or the ending. You know what I'm saying? You choose. Do you transmute? Do you become what you, do you become one of the deletes? Do you become one of the people that feeds off of others, that climbs on top of other people's heads to get to what you want in life? Or are you a guardian? Are you guarding this new world? Are you bringing this new era into a better place? What is it? It's a choice. It's really just a choice, but it's the beginning and the ending where you choose. You choose where the line varies. Where is the blur, right? Like nobody else can make what is good or bad or right or wrong for you. That's individual's choice. But there is a collective understanding of, yeah, we don't hit somebody in the face because that hurts them. We don't rape somebody because that's violating their personal free will. We don't manipulate or coerce or sell people fake shit because, again, there's karmatic balance that comes to that. And they're here to collect. They are here to collect on a world universal scale. So, with that, I will leave you guys and say, as always, I'm wishing you the best, and I'm hoping that you're not fucking with anybody's free will. I hope that you are doing your best as always. Okay. And in case nobody told you today, I think you're doing great. Keep going. You got this. I'm proud of you. I love you. In case nobody told you, you're amazing, and everything is going to be okay. All right, guys, look at this. We have some new committed people and new era coming into play, and how beautiful. We have some great commitment now for some of you guys. There will be some unhappiness. There will be people that are, this is also dealing with law and rule and order. Okay, this will be coming into play. Some people may be going away for a long time, and that may be the karmatic balance. But understand that you reap what you sow. So thank goodness for me. I've been sowing since I was 3. Woo! I'm a reaper. I'm gonna reaper me some all kinds of stuff, huh? Because I just been sowing and sowing and sowing. Okay, guys, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. If you guys didn't like or subscribe yet, please do so. I appreciate it. It's free energetic exchange. Also, if you comment, also, if you go back, I have a special that I'm doing right now. It's a $5 raffle. Um, so when I get 25 people to participate in the raffle, I will be giving away 4 more readings, 25-minute sessions. Okay. A session with me can be different things. It can be energetic, it can be cards, it can be potentially talking to somebody that has already passed on. Different things, right? I do lots of different things, but each their own personal. Um, I have, there has been one person that has followed all of the directions, which is, I think, what is it? Um, believe, you know who you are. And she just went above and beyond, loving and liking and doing all the cool stuff, which thank you. I'm sending out so much love because you know what? We have to give to get. So if you want people to support you and you want people to give back, then make sure you give back. You know, if that's just hitting a like button or putting a comment that's a smiley face or whatever, it helps the algorithms. It's very, very easy and free and takes 2 seconds and doesn't hurt you at all. But for any of the people that want, you can go and see. I had a raffle that I'm doing, a reading raffle, and it's $5 to enter. And regardless, everybody that donates the $5 and does the 5 little steps will get that question answered where they donate the $5. Now, for the private readings, that is a private question. But for whoever donates $5, regardless, I will answer those questions live, regardless. That way, everybody wins. And honestly, only 25 people playing, you have a pretty good chance because I'm giving away 5 readings. You have a pretty good chance to actually win. And it only is going to cost you liking, commenting, donating 5, and going over to the Instagram and doing the same. So it's pretty easy, pretty quick, straightforward. And yeah, your girl could really use the support. And I have actually been coordination or transactional exchange. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you, and you give me hope for a beautiful future. Matriarchy meow, as always. Ciao for matriarchy meow. So out.